Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? We'll see who joins. It's been quite some time since I've done a live stream. Let's see if I still know how to do this live stream stuff as I sit here and eat Sandy's cookies, shortbread. We got LBV in the house. Says, well, it's the man himself. Got Double O in the house. Says, hello, my friend. What up, guys? What up? It hasn't been that long. I'm just kidding. It's been quite a while. Quite some time. Too long. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. I got my gardening / sun hat. It's a beautiful day here in California. Sitting here eating a couple of cookies. Breakfast of champions. Got some kind granola, dark chocolate clusters, and some Black Rifle Coffee Company coffee. High caffeine blend. Man. Hopefully the connection's doing all right. I know that's a common thing here, but hopefully it's all right. I'm on the Wi-Fi right now. We got Nash running around. He just went back inside the house. LBV is asking, how's life been treating you? You know what, man? Life has been good. Hey, bro. Uh-oh. Hey, what's going on over there? What are you doing? Nash is over here making strange noises like he wants to throw up. That's why you shouldn't be eating so many sticks, dude. Freak. Let me show you guys. Hey, buddy. Some of you may remember Nash. This is my girlfriend's sister's newest dog. Buddy, what are you doing? He's probably smelling the cookies. So, anyhow, let's get back on track here. So LBV was asking how life is treating me. Life has been good, working full time. You know, in all honesty, the saw work has been at a minimum right now just because I've been focusing primarily on my day job. We're still about the saws, we're still about all that. It's just, you know, for those of you that remember, I've been staying here with my girlfriend and her sister, you know, temporarily. I guess one of the updates is that I will be moving out this month on the 29th. So in a couple of days, I finally found a place to stay, to live permanently. It's not my own house. It's not going to be by myself. I'm going to have a couple of roommates, but it's a house. I'm going to have a bedroom, whatever. They live on a half-acre lot. Really beautiful yard. The woman who I'm going to be renting a room from, she seems very nice. Of course, we'll see, you know, what, you know, we'll just see, you know, with time. And the cool thing is there's going to be some tree cutting action here pretty soon. She has a tree that's down and it's really big. It's growing all kinds of weird ways. You guys will see that, you know, eventually here soon. I'm not sure what kind of tree it is. I think it's a cottonwood, but I can't say for sure what it is. She thinks it's a cottonwood also. Beautiful tree, but growing all kind of weird ways. And so she wants me to help her, you know, take it down and fix it for her. So that's perfect. And there's a lot of things to do there. So yard work. She wants to keep fixing up the place. She's only been there for 2 years. So for me, I like staying busy with gardening and whatever I can. And so anyways, so that's kind of like one of the little updates there, and still just working. I think the last time I was here doing a live stream, I was working 2 jobs. I'm just working one full-time job now, 40 hours a week. Couldn't be any happier. Still working at a hardware store, and it's just perfect. It's just perfect. But that keeps really busy. So right now, like I said, I haven't been bringing in any customer saws. I've just been kind of putting that on a slight pause, only because I don't want to bring all these saws in and then lack on turnaround time, because I'm working and I'm kind of a little bit tired or whatever, and I only have 2 days off, which is normal, but plus just life, family, girlfriend, her family, so I think that's just the smarter thing to do for right now. But slowly going to start getting back into, bringing in more saws. But for now, though, as far as saws go, I'm going to start working on my stuff. Get some of my saws up and running, because I have quite a few sitting in storage. And so I'm excited for that. So slowly getting back into the routine of posting, and that's one of the things that I feel pretty well, not pretty bad, I feel bad about. There's a lot of silent, it's just not as active here on our channel, and I feel really bad about that, because there's you guys are all friends of mine, and it just sucks to just kind of leave you guys like that hanging. But we're still around, so that's kind of the purpose of this live stream also, is to just kind of say, hey, we're still here doing good, and just kind of reconnect a little bit. Also, for those of you that don't know, I have a TikTok account now. I have a TikTok, which everything that I've been posting on there is everything that I've already posted here. So I'm about 2,000 followers in on TikTok, and so I just post videos that I've already posted here, and it's been an interesting journey on TikTok. TikTok is kind of it's different, not like our YouTube family here, or even Instagram. But anyways, so long story short, life has been good. As I've been adjusting to the transition, being here now in Napa, moving out of my grandparents' house and whatnot, life has become more or less stress-free, or less stressful, and just everything's been good. I definitely can't complain. For those of you that remember or whatever, my face is looking a lot better these days. Figured out the it's looking a little better now. Just kind of taking care of myself a little more, better sleep, better quote unquote diet. I mean, I still, we still eat, but life is good, man. Life has been good. So Double O's that asks, is that coffee any good? I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I've been liking it, specifically the Waking the Neighbors. It's a high caffeine blend. I'm not sure what kind of coffee beans they use for that, but it's a medium roast, and I like it a lot. Their energy drinks are also really good. All coffee based, green coffee bean extract, coffee berry extract, and then also their ready to drink coffees. They're 300 milligrams of caffeine. They also have MCT oil in it for focus and whatnot, but way better than those crappy Celsius and Rockstars and Red Bulls and anything else really. And also too, the great thing about the cool thing about Black Rifle Coffee Company is that um, all the proceedings go to, you know, veteran funds, police funds. I mean, it's all, you know, there's what is it called? So it's just, it all goes, you know, back to veterans and stuff, and they take care of, you know, like emergency personnel, and their coffee's just really good. um it's all you know, they say it's made here in the USA, but you know, I don't know if the coffee itself is grown here in the United States. I don't think so, but anyways, it's good. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. It's good. um Source code, hello, hello, and I apologize, I'm missing some of these comments here. Beckham LBV says that's fire. Hopefully that place works out long term. Yeah, I think so too. Um, or I hope so too. I think it's going to be a good, you know, obviously it's going to be a little difficult leaving here, being that I've been here for living with my girlfriend and her sister for what, like four months, maybe going on 5 months. So of course, you know, I've gotten accustomed to being here, but it's going to be and either way, it's not going to be for long. You know, that's just, it's all just temporary until, you know, we level up and get our own place together one day. I'd probably think in the next couple of years, hopefully, you know, there's a plan. So, and the cool thing is though that I'll be able to stay busy, yard work. It's gonna be fun taking that tree down, buck up some wood, and of course also start working on chainsaws. So when I first went to go look at the house and talk to the lady, I threw it out there that, you know, I'm a small engine mechanic. I work on chainsaws and blah blah blah, and she didn't actually say anything about that, but I just wanted to throw it out there. And of course, you know, once I actually move in, I'm going to talk to her and say, hey, is it cool if I, you know, bring some chainsaws over and work on them? And you know, there was a point in the conversation where we were talking, and um, you know, she was telling me all these plans that she has for the house, and and how basically I was excited to be able to help her if she wanted my help, you know, of course. And you know, she said she would pay me to do whatever work I do and blah blah blah, which for me, I mean, that's cool and all, but me, I'm more than happy to do it, you know, just to do it, keep me busy, keep me moving. And but if she really wanted to pay me, I mean, I would say probably just, you know, if she wants to take a few bucks off the rent, that definitely, you know, wouldn't hurt. But there came a point in the conversation where she said, I don't care, do whatever you want. But of course, you know, we got to take that with a grain of salt, and we'll see what that really means. You know, so Double O says, interesting if it's possible to grow coffee at home. I think it, you know what? I think it is possible to grow coffee at the house. Of course, it all comes down to environmental. The environmental situation, you might have to mimic, you know, because I think coffee is more like what, like tropical conditions. I'm not really sure, but I mean, as we all know, you can pretty much grow whatever you want, especially if you're mimicking the growing environment. That'd actually be pretty cool, though. I never thought about that. I never thought about that. LBV says, I love staying busy as well. I always feel so weird when I'm not working. It is kind of a weird, it is kind of a weird feeling. You know, of course, days off are nice, downtime is nice, but you know, it is a little odd. You know, even me, when I have my days off, like today, it's actually my last day off from work today, and I feel, even though I've been looking forward to my days off, you know, of course we look forward to it, but I feel like I get this, like, this restlessness, you know, And even though I want to chill, I feel restless. I feel like, you know, and especially like right now, um, of course I have the garden that I can that I can tend to or whatever. It's not a huge garden, so it doesn't take very long. Like there's a couple things that I want to get done today, like prune the jalapeno plant, prune its flowers, just to let it grow out a little bit more. I need to check on the seedlings that I have right here that we planted, my girlfriend and I, a week ago. Right now it's in the humidity dome. We got onions. I believe it's yellow onion, and then we also have. I planted some more peppers, a different type. It's a wax bush. It looks like a peppercini, but it's not quite a peppercini. Um, so basically, what I need to do for those is just spray them down, just keep everything moist, and then I need to till up the soil a little bit for this garden back here. I got two tomato plants. I got a beef master tomato and a Roma tomato. It's in full bloom. We have at least 2 dozen Roma tomatoes growing right now, and then the beef master has at least 11 or 12 growing on it. And then I have the Fresno pepper that's in bloom too. The flowers are starting to open up. It has a couple that are already open. I'm not going to pinch the flowers on those anymore just because um, it's overtowered by the tomato. So um, I'm just going to let it produce whatever fruit it can. And then the jalapeno pepper, it's in its own pot. So that one gets plenty of sun. So I'm going to pinch the flowers a little bit more so it can get a little bigger, and then just let it do its thing. Um, I just took most of my stuff that I had here, like the few saws that I had here, over to storage, all my tools. So that was the kind of the point, is that I don't really have much around right now to kind of mess with and tinker around with. So that restlessness is uh, a little more. But we're doing a live stream now, just because I feel bad, man. I just want to get back into that. I miss it. It's something that makes me happy. Um, I know some of you really look forward to our live streams and our conversations. It doesn't always have to be about saws or actually working on stuff. I know that's what we do here, but it's good just to connect and keep in touch, talk about stuff, really whatever, like we are right now. Um, so it is weird though, not working or doing something. Double O says, "How is your peppers doing, by the way?" So yeah, they're doing good. Let me show you guys. So this is the jalapeno orange spice. It's a hybrid pepper plant. It's a cross between, I believe it's a permagreen bell pepper and a early finishing jalapeno. And so these are supposed to be more on the sweet and floral side, opposed to spicy. I I topped it, so now it has two main stems, and then of course it has more branch offs. More. There's Nash. Hi, buddy. This one is flowering. It's, as you can see, has flowers coming out, but I'm gonna go ahead and prune those off just so it can get bushier and bigger, and then maybe after that just let it do its thing. I also need to water it, but I like to till up the soil a little bit just to aerate the soil some more, and then so it doesn't just waters better, essentially. um, about a week ago I sprinkled some sulfur. I forget what it's actually called. It's to pretty much balance out the pH. And I fertilized the plants a couple weeks ago. Basically, just give them a little bit higher potassium, mainly for the tomatoes here and the one pepper plant. because the tomatoes, like as you can see, so this is the Roma, it's in full bloom. So plants need more phosphorus and potassium to be able to support the fruit. And of course, you still want to give them some nitrogen, but you basically, a lot of the times you lower the nitrogen, increase phosphorus and potassium. But yeah, so these are the Romas. Like I said, this one has about 2 dozen, so like 24 plus tomatoes that I've counted, and it's still producing. So this one's definitely a producer. It's got some bigger ones down there. And then this is the Fresno pepper, same thing. So all these I've skirted and defoliated, so basically take everything from on the bottom, try to get as much as I can cleaned up, just so that way they have good airflow and it doesn't have excess vegetation. It's like a weird thing. Well, it's not a weird thing, but it's just like something that you can do. And as you can see, it's in full flower mode, bloom. The flowers are starting to open up, and then eventually that's where the peppers will start coming from. So it's got this one there, that one. That was the first flower that opened up. So it's got 3. It's got more on the way right here. And then this is the one that they call the Beef Master. So these tomatoes are going to be pretty big. So this one has at least 10 or 11 tomatoes. And that's what they look like right now. This one's been finicky, as you can tell. It's a little on the rough side, but it's still pretty green for the most part. The Roma has been cruising, no real issues. You know, it's got a couple little things there, but that's just right now that they're in bloom. You know, they're really utilizing all their fertilizer and nutrition. Double O says, how do you aerate the soil? So basically, you just turn it up a little bit. You know, you fluff it. So when you water it, it basically, you know, compacts. And so a lot of the times what will happen is, especially when you have heavier soils, you know, you'll get that puddling, and that's just because the water can't go down in. So what you do is you just kind of, you know, you grab a little tool or whatever, or just with your hand, you can fluff it up a little bit, and it just helps oxygen to kind of travel a little bit more down into the roots and blah blah blah. Because like when your soil is all compacted, and you know, when water can't even go through, you know, it's not getting much, you know, oxygen or obviously the water. That's just what I've read, you know, that tilling up your soil a little bit just helps the plant utilize more fertilizer, better what's it called, water intake. So this one's pretty good. I mean, it's not too bad, but I usually grab the tool and scratch around a little bit. Same thing with this bed right here, or with these. You know, right now it's already pretty. As you can see, it's super hard. There's a lot of roots right now, so this one's kind of hard to till up, but I just till it up a little bit, and that helps aerate the soil, I guess. That's what Google says, which I do believe it. You know, it just helps with drainage and watering and blah blah blah. There's just so many different things you can do, which actually I'm gonna let's see, soil sulfur, that's what it is. Just bought this last weekend, and this right here, it's supposed to help with the pH balance. So if you have super high, what is it, increase the acidity. So if your pH is really high because of your water, then this right here will bring it down. So essentially make it more acidic. Some plants like more acidic soils than others. And this is what I fed the plants, at least 2 weeks ago. So if you're ever reading your soil, that's your nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. So a little higher in phosphorus and potassium. I was using this crappy Miracle Grow. It's a 12-12-12, so it's a lot higher in nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. But me personally, I really do my best to stay away from this stuff, but this is just what was available and cheap at the time for me. But something more organic is better. I don't know. I think it's better than Miracle Grow. Although Miracle Grow, I mean, it'll grow some stuff, but also we just built this. It's for the doggies to go pee and poo on, but we haven't been letting them go on there just because we're letting the grass just kind of get established a little bit. They have that little piece over there, but yeah, this went down last weekend. Double O says, I've read about hydroponics, cool stuff. Basically, you can grow plants just on nutrition and water. Yeah, no, I mean, especially when you start getting into the ebb and flow systems, and I mean, it's pretty cool. And then there's also like aeroponics too. It's incredible, man. It's really amazing how plants can grow and how plants can be manipulated, and basically you can make them do whatever you want. Which, see, so like doing this kind of stuff here, like, you know, tilling up the soil a little bit, you know, it just helps the soil be a little more, like we were saying, aerated, better fertilizer utilization. It helps the roots out, and also too doing things like defoliating and topping and skirting. It's all pretty cool stuff, you know, just to try stuff. So like the skirting, for instance, like all this here, like taking off all the lower branches and all the lower leaves, and basically just make them look good, like these, and not having super low branches to the soil, because you can get, you know, soil-borne diseases, and it's just so many different things you can do. My girlfriend, you know, I get all into it, and so when I start doing stuff to the plants, she's like, because she doesn't really understand why I'm doing it. To her, it's like, oh my gosh, leave the damn plants alone. It's like, no, lady. Trust me on this. Like pinching the flowers. Oh, she was like, why are you doing that? Don't pinch the flowers. She's like, we're never gonna get tomatoes. I'm like, babe, just trust the process, you know. So like pinching the flowers on your tomatoes or peppers, or just in general, you know, maybe squash. I don't know if it works on squash, but basically the idea behind it, pinching the first set of flowers or pinching flowers, is to encourage the plant to grow bushier, encourage more vegetative growth. They say that pinching flowers, like on your peppers or tomatoes, can encourage bigger yields, bigger fruit, just whole different bunch of stuff. A whole bunch of what? I don't even know what I'm saying, dude. Not gonna lie, man, I feel kind of odd off like doing this live stream. I feel like my flow isn't the same, but then it makes sense because I haven't done a live stream in a while. But you guys get what I'm saying? That's what they say, you know, you pinch the flowers, it just encourages the plant to be more vigorous and bushier and just better, overall better. So like right here, what I'm doing, I call it chicken scratching, but it's essentially just tilling up the soil. See how it's still really moist, and everything that I've been using is granular, so it just helps everything break down. And as you can see, the sulfur is still breaking down, and it helps utilize that. But I can't go too deep because there's so many root balls. There's just all this is roots. I mean, which obviously makes sense, right? Look at this root right here, nice and chunky. This thing has a lot of roots. Here's a Fresno pepper root. And root health is everything, you know, because if you don't have good roots, your plants ain't going to do much. For a while, I was feeding these things. I was giving these things a product called Mycos, or some may know it as mycorrhizae, or whatever. It's basically just beneficial fungus or fungi to help encourage root growth and root health, and that stuff really works. I've used that stuff all the time in other grows, like when I was growing other stuff. That's basically how I learned all this stuff, like everything that I think that I know when it comes to the garden. So that's good right there. 00 says in Israel they grow vegetables that way, no earth, just special water and pots, hangs on top of each other. Yeah, dude, aeroponics, hydroponics, it's all cool stuff, man. Like, you know, even what they do with tomato plants, people just literally leave basically a bare plant, but it all helps. Let's check out these seedlings, make sure that they're moist. Ooh, there's like steam coming out of them. That's what you want. You want that humidity, that heat, because that helps germinate the seeds. Nothing yet. Nothing yet. So these right here are the onions, and these over here are the peppers. But these need a little spray of water. So let me go ahead and do that. But anyways, guys, it feels really awesome to be here with you guys. Damn, like you can still see the steam. There's like it's like evaporating. The water's evaporating. It's actually really cool. I don't know if you guys can see that. But anyways, I just spray them down with a spray bottle. Don't need to go too crazy on it. Just got to make sure that everything is moist. And for these, I'm using a seedling mix. So really nice and light. Basically, it's just sphagnum peat moss, and I believe some vermiculite and just some perlite. Just a nice light medium. Okay. And then everything is just made out of peat moss and biodegradable material, so we can plant directly in these cups. So everything is just like a peat moss and biodegradable, like recycled product. It's pretty cool. So anyways, big boy needs a cookie. But yeah, man, I hope everybody's been doing well out there today, and not just today in general. Um, like I've already said a couple times, man, I really have missed being active on our channel, doing the live streams, um, you know, connecting with everybody and checking in, and you know, a lot. Some people would say, "Man, don't apologize," or like, "You shouldn't have to apologize," but I do apologize because I feel bad. I do feel bad, and I've had people check in through comments um, and basically being like, dude, where the hell are you? And, when are you coming back? When are you going to start doing live streams? And I tell them, oh, yeah, I'm working towards getting back. And, I'm going to start doing live streams on my days off, which is always the plan. But up until now, I haven't done it. And, uh, and like I've said before, man, nobody likes people that don't um, keep their word, and that's still something that I'm working on as a person. But especially when I have loyal subscribers, friends that are here on our YouTube channel, our YouTube family. It's kind of messed up to be like, yeah, 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 I'm coming, or I'll be back on, on so and so day, and blah blah blah, and then it's like, and then you get them all excited, and then you don't do shiza. It's not cool. It's not fair. But you know, hence the reason why we're here now. Because even today, it's just like I've been in this weird like headspace, just because of moving out, and it's like it's just to get back into the routine. It's like, man, that seems like a lot of work. It sounds ridiculous, but I basically told myself, no, enough is enough. We need to get back on track. This is something that makes me happy. Hopefully it brings everyone else some enjoyment, something to look forward to. And because we really have built a great community here on our channel, and and to basically let that go down the drain is not what I want. And it's just, you know that'd be pretty sad. I think that'd be pretty lame. So need to get back on track. I've been working my new job now for a few months, so I'm basically adjusted to the routine, to my schedule, um, to just life. So it's time to just get back on track, get back to working on saws, um, and just getting back to, even if I may not have, you know, new videos to post, like making content, at least let's just jump back on our live streams, get back on track with that, one step at a time. Um, I really feel like the new place where I'm going to be living is it's gonna bring more, not more content, but it's just gonna be it's just gonna be beneficial. Obviously we can do content here, but and we have, and we do, but it's just new things, new things. So, and also too, I may not have um, a lot of customer builds, but I have a lot of saws in storage. A lot of cool stuff, and stuff that's just sitting there neglected. And but that's part of the part of the cool thing too, and exciting thing is that um, basically I've been putting a game plan together of what saws I'm going to pull out, what saws I'm going to build and keep, and then what saws I'm going to you know uh, get rid of, essentially. you know, because I have quite a few duplicates saws that I just when I was just buying stuff like a madman and just hoarding. I'm just like, at this point I have like a pile of hoarded saws, if I could say. So and all just stuff that I've put on the back burner because of course, business comes first, but you know, it's time to it's time to have a little fun. I mean, it's all been fun, but actually, have some fun with some of our stuff, our personal stuff. And plus, I need some saws to do that tree. And so, anyways, so I feel good, man. I feel good. And the most important thing is that we've been doing well, we've been healthy, we're alive, family's been good, we have work, whether it's a 9 to 5 job or a side gig job or whatever it is, and that's the most important thing, So, anyhow, and it's just like doing this live stream right now. Even though we used to do them all the time, and for those of you that know, I mean, sometimes we did 3 live streams in a day, live streamed all day. And right now, hearing myself just freaking talk and talk and talk, it's almost kind of weird. I don't really, I mean, I talk a lot at work, customer service and with my coworkers and obviously like with my girlfriend and her sister, but like to sit here and just like, I feel like I'm just blabbing at this point, which I kind of am. But you guys already know I'm good at the mumbo jumbo. But it's just, something to get used to again. But the longer we sit here right now, the more it's just kind of coming back. It's like kind of like riding a bike. You never really kind of. Anyways, Double O says, "Have you tried oat cookies, like oatmeal raisin, or is there like a? I do like a good oatmeal raisin cookie. I don't really eat them much, but usually I go for um, these like pecan shortbread cookies, a good chocolate chip cookie, um, or sugar cookie, snickerdoodle, pretty much anything kind of. But anyways, sounds like a fire alarm. There's a school across the way over here, so maybe they're doing like a fire drill or something. Hopefully it's a drill. These are also pretty cool. They're made by a brand called Corona. They're finger snips. Really nice for like fine pruning and getting into the little nooks and cranny of the plants. Really nice, really sharp. Never used them before until now, but they're cool, man. They have a nice little action. I just cleaned them with some rubbing alcohol because it had some residue from the tomato plants. But these are really nice, especially to prune the flowers of the peppers. They're nice. So, talking about saws though, the game plan is to get my 2511 put back together and running, because I definitely want to use that saw for the lady's tree that I'm going to be working on at some point soon. I also still want to send it to Aaron to get it ported, just because I'm not in a place to do any porting right now, so I'd rather just have him do it. Either way, I want a saw ported by that man, by the man I should say, and just have him do it like the works, not just an exhaust port like I would have done, or like hit the transfers a little bit. I want squish band, I just want it all, right? Mega ripper. So the 2511, I have a few 201s that I got through just like, you know, um, bargaining, wheeling and dealing, and trading, and blah blah blah. And basically, I want to just condense, basically just condense three of those saws into one, if that makes any sense. So basically, just build one really solid 201 um, Mtronic, and then just have one 201, and then the rest just either sell for parts or whatever. I don't even know yet. Um, and then um, 261. I have a couple junky ones. I got a couple of those that are just sitting there. I want to build just one good one, and then the rest either like sell it for parts or maybe save the parts for when I start doing more um, customer builds and repairs. But at the same time, if I don't need it, let's just try to make some money off of it. So just sell them for parts, sell the parts. What else? Big Bertha, she's, it's not a she, it's a saw. My bad. Big Bertha is basically ready to go. I just got to get it a muffler, which I'm thinking I'm going to do an Egan straight shot muffler. I already got the hardware for the muffler. It needs a piston still. And then I also want to do a carb rebuild. It's an Mtronic 661. But other than that, Big Bertha is essentially like 90% ready to rip. And then I have another 661 that is just sitting there that I got for super cheap. I got it for, I don't even know, man. What did I pay for that thing? Like a few $100 plus some work. And because the customer didn't want to spend the money and build it, and they had some other saws, and I was like, well, look, man, let me just take it off your hands and we'll do a little trade-off and some cash and blah blah blah. But that thing is just sitting there, so maybe I'll just harvest some parts and stuff. Big Bertha doesn't need anything other than just muffler, carb rebuild, piston, and it's ready to rip. It's got some West Coast goodies on there. It's all brand new, essentially, almost. What else? And I have a couple of 461s. They're kind of in rough shape, but the same thing. I want to just take whatever I can from both saws and build one good 461 and go from there. And then what else? And then of course I have the 200T, which that's in pieces. So there's a couple things that I want, but I'm gonna just get rid of anything that I don't need. Just build one good saw out of everything that I have, and then the rest either sell it or, you know, what, I don't know yet. I don't know. So anyhow, hey, we got First Gen in the house. Says, have not seen you live lately. I know, man. It's kind of, it feels weird. Well, not really weird, but it feels odd, you know, being here after not doing a live stream for so long. I'm sitting here getting some sun right now. I got my sun hat. I was just showing off the garden, which I know you see on Instagram. Which, by the way, guys, First Gen, solid dude. Go check him out either on YouTube or Instagram or both. If you like farming, he's got some good content, man. I like it. But yeah, man, it feels good to be here. I still am like, it doesn't feel awkward, but you know how it is, you know, not doing something for so long, especially like talking and video and whatever. So, but it's all coming back. It's all coming back. Anyhow, First Gen says, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Double O says, I recently changed crankcase bearings on my new 365. It was a battle to put the crankcase together. Sorry, the glare. And now I'm just waiting for the parts. Hopefully it'll work. Hell yeah, dude. When'd you get that? When'd you get your 365? Have you had it, or is it something like fairly new to you? But that's exciting though, man. That's exciting. I'm sure everything's going to work out good. First Gen says, appreciate that, bro. Thanks. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you. Also, for those of you that have any interest, or um, maybe you just joined the live stream, but I do have a TikTok now. I know I used to talk a lot of smack about how I don't think I'll ever do TikTok because that's just one more thing to add to the, you know, um, to the list of like having to post and blah blah blah. But I finally did it, and it's actually pretty cool. TikTok is kind of cool. Not as cool as Instagram or, of course, YouTube, but it's pretty cool. Um, I'm at almost 2,000 followers. You know, the videos definitely get a lot of views. Um, so I'm able to do live streams now, which I don't ever do live streams on there. I've done a couple. Um, it's cool because it tells you who's joining and whatnot. It's a lot different. It's pretty cool. But anyway, so we have a TikTok now, but I promise you guys aren't missing anything because everything that I post is everything that I've already posted here and on Instagram. As far as stories, I'm sprucing up the Instagram a little bit, actually posting posts like on my wall or whatever you want to call it, rather than just stories. So that's kind of new, but I've already had TikTok for at least a couple of months. People are kind of interested, man. You know, I'll be honest with you though. Um, you know, and you guys know this. You know, we've had some goofies here on the channel and the trolling and the, you know, a little bit of negativity and stuff, but man, TikTok doesn't back down, man. TikTok folks are a lot more a little more mean. They're just like, they just don't miss a beat sometimes, I feel like. I mean, of course you got to just kill them with kindness and just, you know, but if you guys thought YouTube was crazy, TikTok is a little crazier. Plus they're way more strict on their live streams than YouTube or than Instagram, although I don't ever do live streams on Instagram because they're boring and you guys are my peeps. And but they're a lot more strict on TikTok. You can't say certain things. I've already gotten restricted once. The one time I did do a live stream because I was talking about plant genders. We were talking about cannabis. Okay, in all honesty, and I accidentally said I don't know the sex. I said sex, and they flagged my account. So you got to be very, very, which is good. You should be. Well, I don't mean to sound like a stickler, but you know, it's like you don't want to be sitting there. Anyways, you should try to keep it chill, just because, like I've always said, you never know who's watching you. You never know. Anyways, a lot more crazier though on TikTok. Hey, we got Grant, aka IBS. What up, man? Says, what is up, Shiny? Man, I haven't heard that one in a while. But we ain't so shiny anymore these days. The face is under control, thank God, thank goodness, thank the universe. Feeling good, man. I haven't used the Aquaphor in quite some time, so now I'm just using, I take Benadryl from time to time, and I do hydrocortisone cream. And I think the Aquaphor was making it a lot worse, and I ain't shining too much. But yeah, man, doing a lot better though. A lot better. It flares up every now and then, but not like how it used to be, which thank goodness, man. I'm excited for that. So just doing my best to take care of myself a little more. Better sleep. My sleep has gotten a lot better. I don't stay up until 2:30 in the morning. I get good sleep. You know, I stay eating good, meaning I'm not eating just pure junk all the time. We cook food here at least 5 days out of the week. Tonight, my girl and I were gonna go out on a date night, so we're gonna go eat a little something good. But usually, though, you know, like our cheat day or our junk food day is usually In-N-Out Burger. That's our go-to. Or if we do go out and eat like a date night, it'll be like a sit-down place, like good food, like Mexican food. That's usually the go-to. or we'll go to a place called Gott's Burger. It's a burger place, but they also have chicken sandwiches, but it's just better quality than freaking McDonald's. Although I will be honest, I did have some chicken nuggets from McDonald's yesterday, and honestly, they were not good. They were trash. The fries were good, but anyhow, we got our man Anubov. Kumar says, watching from India, my friend. Much love to you guys. Much love to you. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate everybody being here. And let's see. 00 says, I bought it from a guy for $100. It was all in bar oil, but after a soapy bath, it's like new. Hell yeah, dude. That's freaking awesome, man. Hopefully those parts come in soon and you'll be ripping that 365 in no time. Grant says, looking good, man. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate it. I feel better, too. I feel a lot better. But like I said, every now and then it still does. I mean, you can still see, you know, the little outlines and stuff. But you guys remember, man, I was looking haggard most days, man. I was, like, looking swollen and whatever. But, yeah, thankfully, though, been doing a lot better. But we can still keep the nickname Shiny, though. I miss it, man. I do. I miss it. I don't know how to say your first name, my friend, but I'm going to just say Kumar. Kumar says, try Indian food. I do like Indian food. Well, I don't know if it's Indian food. I don't know. I like biryani. I don't know if I'm saying it right. It's a rice dish. I like it on the spicy side. But I haven't tried the Indian the Indian places that we have out here in Napa here. So, but I do want to try to find a good like Nepal, what is it? Like just Middle Eastern place. But I do like Indian food as far as, well, like biryani. In all honesty, I've never had curry, but I'm sure I'd like it. Maybe not like the sweet curries, but you know, anyhow, I do like pork. I've never had lamb, but I'm sure it's good. Grant says, I have very oily skin too, so I shine sometimes. Maybe just like a good face wash, man. A good face wash and a good moisturizing cream. Grant also says, I agree, McDonald's is terrible. I hate it. You know, I used to eat it all the time, man. I used to eat McDonald's all the time, you know, which is probably why my skin was all out of control. And, you know, it's all about gut health, I feel like. At least that's what they were saying with like eczema and all that kind of stuff, or like skin issues. It all has to do with, you know, environmental factors like stress and blah, 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 hormones, like lack of sleep. But I feel like a lot of the times they say that it's kind of all related to the gut. It's crazy. I don't know. But McDonald's now, though, man, like I said, our go-to like junk food nowadays, like our like little cheat day, is In-N-Out Burger. I did have McDonald's yesterday, and it was just not. It just wasn't it. No. However, I do like those damn Whoppers, man, from Burger King. Burger King is just like, I don't know. I like it. I don't know what it is about them. I like Burger King. I don't eat that as much as I used to also, but I mess around with it every now and then. And man, it's freaking good. First Gen says he's still here. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you. Hopefully the terrain is nice out there today. It's not wet. Hopefully you guys are out there ripping tractors and the Kubota. Kumar says biryani is Indian. Try chicken curry. Dosa ATC. Okay. All right. Naan. Oh yeah, naan is also really good too. Garlic, or like samosas. I do like a good samosa. Really good. It's been a long time since I've had a samosa or a naan, but I do like that. Double O says I like good curry. Grant says never had much Indian food. Kumar says try Indian food, but don't order too much. That's the mistake foreigners do. Order 2 to 3 dishes max at one time, then you will enjoy it. That's one thing I will say though is I feel like the last time I had Indian food, and they do serve you quite a bit of food. They do serve you a good amount of portion, like a good amount of food. See, I can't even get my words straight. Grant says, I was violently sick one time. I ate McDonald's last summer. I don't think I've been to BK more than twice. That's really good, though. I feel like if we can just avoid it completely, that's great. Honestly, that's really good. Because, man, I'll tell you, I cooked when I lived with my grandparents, but now that I'm here with my girlfriend and her sister, we get down on some meals, man. We do a lot of home cooking, a lot of, you know, just like simple stuff, but that's good. Maybe still not like the healthiest, but it's a lot better than going to a fast food restaurant and buying crap. We'll do taco night. I'll do tortas, which is basically a Mexican sandwich. We'll do, homemade pizzas. That's the bomb, man. Unlike French bread, barbecue chicken, onion. We'll do pastas. We'll do like taco bowls, burger bowls. We pretty much do a little bit of everything. Grant says, yes, my mom forces me to eat somewhat healthy. No, but that's good, though. See, that's a good thing. The sun's freaking hot, man. Let's go ahead and take it inside. I'm going to have a mean farmer's tan here. At least I got some sun, though. Nash is in here. He's like, man, I don't know about you, but I'm chilling. Look at this guy. Living the life. But yeah, dude, face is looking better these days. Check that out. I never really thought I would get back to better skin like this. Still bald. Oh, boy. Man, it feels nice in here. But no, it's good, man. Honestly, I think that's important, obviously to eat good. And like healthy doesn't always mean, sodium free, sugar free, and just vegetables. I think it just could mean, not like loading in, like packing in the grease and, fried foods and yeah, high sodium too, but anyways, I think that's a good thing to try to practice to, to eat good, eat better. One Life Man says, can people survive for a month without food? Maybe. I don't know. That's a good question. I know Gandhi went quite some time without eating or drinking water. I think he didn't drink water. I'm not sure. But I think water is the most important thing, too. Drinking a lot of water. Talking about drinking water, one of my coworkers the other day, he says that he doesn't drink water because it has no calories. He's like, why would I intake something with no calories? And I just kind of said, I guess you're right. But in my mind, I was like, that does not make any sense. But hey, the smoke's like a pack of cigarettes a day, though. Anyways, Grant says, I love Mexican food. Hell yeah, man. One of the best. One Life Man says, I think we can if we just don't move too much because every move we make, we lose energy. That actually makes sense. I mean, I think you're right. I think you're right. Which is I think why it kind of ties down to why they don't feed prisoners a lot because they don't really do much. That's why they feed them these small little portions, and they still feed them a balanced diet, but that's why they don't feed you a whole bunch, or because you're not really doing much. Then again, it's all trash food anyways. A lot of it's just soy based. But Grant says, how's your jobs going? So it's going good. I'm just down to one job now. The I'm basically just working full time. Well, not basically. I'm working full time now at the hardware store, and so the other place I didn't like it too much. I was doing the door job, the sales position, but it sucked, man. I'm not a office job kind of guy. I don't like sitting for long periods of time unless I'm working on a saw or whatever. So now I'm just working at the hardware store. I'm on my feet all day moving. I my legs are back in shape. I'm getting back in shape a little bit. I sweat my ass off because we don't have AC. So just working full time at the hardware store, and so eventually I'm gonna get back into bringing in, customer repairs. But right now that's I kind of put a pause on that just because I've been so busy with work and then with my life outside of work that I don't want to have people bringing me saws or equipment to work on, and I don't really have the time to fix it, and then it's just sitting here, and which I need to work on my buddy Alonzo's 044 because it's been sitting here for quite some time now, and thankfully he's not in a mega rush for that, but still, I mean, it'd be nice to probably get it back to him soon, and but we still have stuff that we can work on. So like I said, I'm putting as of right now, it's just like a mental game plan of what saws from my personal collection I want to fix up, and then whatever else I have left over, get rid of it, sell it, whether it's parts or a saw for parts, basically, because I have quite a few duplicates of certain models. And so basically what I want to do is I want to go to the storage unit, get a better visual of what I have, and then out of the duplicates that I have, basically just build one really good saw. So like, let's say I have 3 201s. Well, out of those three, which one is the best? What would I call it? I'm trying to think of a certain word. Which one has the best foundation, like just everything, like crankcase, handles, everything. Basically, just build one really good 201, and then whatever I have left over, sell it. Make more space, make some money off of it. Same thing, like between the two 261s that I have. Which one is the better one out of the two, and then build one good 261, and then the rest just get rid of. So I think between the two, because I ended up getting a just like a standard carbureted 261, and I have an M-tronic one. I'm gonna build up the M-tronic 261, and then the other one just figure out what to do with it. Same thing with the 461s that I have. They're both in pretty rough shape, but basically just consolidate both and then build one good 461, and go from there, and just go like that. One Life Man says, that's knowledge, man. That job give you knowledge about repairing. Yeah, we'll see. And then so like the hardware store, I learn a lot every day. For one, I enjoy that type of work. I enjoy talking about plumbing and gardens and you know DIY projects and stuff like that. So I mean, especially for me that I love gardening, I learn a lot about irrigation. Um, I started doing plumbing here at the house. I mean, as far as changing out faucets, I've been learning a lot about plumbing. So it's all stuff that I'll know for when I have my own house one day. You know, like my girl and I, and so or just now that she has her house with her sister because they own their house, I can help them with that. Um, Same thing with like, I mean, you just learn a lot from there. The only thing I don't know too much about are like stains, paints, um, cement. I don't really know too much, but yeah, it's all knowledge, man. That job is really really good. I like it a lot. Plus, the customers are great. That's the most important thing, and my coworkers are good too. There's a there's like one or couple, maybe two coworkers that I just kind of like. I'm still nice. I'm still polite. I'm still respectful. But I just like, dude, if I don't really need to talk to them, I won't. Just because. Anyways, but there's always people like that, right? But anyways, guys, I'm really glad that I wanted to do a live stream yesterday, but then I was kind of like in this weird little funk as far as like, because I was like, oh, but I don't even have anything to like work on, or I just was like, I don't know, I psyched myself out, and it's just one of those things where that just comes to show how long it's been since we've done live streams here and since we've all hung out, and it's just like, even though I know I want to do it, I miss it. You guys ever get that feeling, or that where you want to get back in it, like an old hobby, for instance, and it's just like you're just like, like, yeah, like I really want to get into it, but oh man, like, just, you know what I mean? But today I said, you know what, man, enough is enough. Like, I don't want to sound full of shiza, but I feel like there's people that look forward to our live streams, that want to just hang out, even though we're just virtual, um, and a lot of us have become friends, and just we all relate in different ways. I feel like sometimes, you know, we're having a bad day, we come onto a live stream, we have fun, we talk, we bullshit. Um, you know, it's just, I know I've missed it, so that's why today I was like, you know what, enough is enough. And also too, I even more I felt bad because I've had a few people reach out and be like, dude, where the hell are you, man? Like, when are you coming back? What the hell's going on? And I'm just like, oh, I'm busy, which, yes, that is true. But then I say stuff like, yeah, I think, next week I'll try doing a live stream, or whatever. And then next week comes and it's like, man, like it's such a hard thing. And then maybe that person's like, oh, shoot, like, cool, he's going to do a live stream next week. Like, I'm excited, you know? And like, not saying that you guys hold your breaths for our live streams, but it's just, it sucks to have like that false kind of like hope, and at the same time, I've said it a few times on our live streams before, it's like nobody likes a person that has no word. And that's something that I've been working on and I'm still working on as a person. But yeah, it's like eventually, it's like people, that's why, it's like friends, right? In general, like in like you have like those buddies that hit you up all the time, like, hey man, come out with us. Hey man, come out with us. Hey, like, we should go out. Like, come, we're all going out, man. Come out with us. And you're like, oh, like, maybe, next time. Or you always like create these excuses, or just like, yeah, like, oh, I can't today because of whatever. Oh, next time and next time. And eventually, dude, people stop hitting you up. People stop looking for you, and people stop. They're always like, like, we're not, he's always too busy, or, oh, he never wants to. And so I feel like in our short journey, so next month, actually, our channel is going to be 1 year old, and in that 1 year, I've made, damn, look at my freaking fingernails. That's gonna get fixed today. Um, and I'm laughing about that because like I remember like doing videos, like live streams, and my nails were probably longer than this, and someone's like, "Holy shit, someone get that dude some nail clippers," and it's like it's just funny. Um, and so, anyways, and so I don't want that to happen with us. Eventually people are like, "Oh, like, where you at, man? Hey, like, when you coming back?" And you're just like, "Yeah, yeah, soon and soon and soon." And eventually it's like, dude, that dude's always just bullshitting, man. Like, and eventually people don't really care anymore. And I'm not saying that, you guys get what I'm saying? Maybe, I don't know. See, at least I haven't lost touch of rambling. But and you guys get what I'm saying, though. Eventually people are like, oh, like, we're not gonna support that dude anymore because like he's just always like so wish-wash. He's so in and out and whatever. And taking breaks is good. Taking breaks is good, like Double O says, but, sometimes life just gets really, you know, um, not hectic. It's not, life isn't that bad, but it's just, we get kind of busy. We get kind of hung up in the motion kind of thing. Um, but long story short, man, I don't want to basically like lose the friendships and like lose that like that like connection that we've all made in this last year. And because oddly enough, the subscriber count is still going up on our channel. Probably because I have, maybe it's like everybody from TikTok that goes and looks at my profile on TikTok. I have our channel linked on the channel there. And which brings me to say, we're over 4,000 subscribers now on our channel, and I just want to say thank you to all of you guys, especially my day oneers and everybody that's been here since the beginning of time. Over 4,000 subscribers, man. That's pretty wild. So even if I had 100 subscribers right now, I'd be freaking juiced because I didn't even expect to get that. Anyways, so long story short, really gonna just strive to do better and to just get back into the things that make me happy, like being here, and start working on saws, start working on some of my personal projects that I've been just kind of neglecting. And even when I had time, maybe I was just like, oh, I don't want to do that right now, or just whatever, man. I just want to, you know, just get back to the routine a little bit. You know, everything else in my life, the routine is good, but I want to get back to this routine. And I know some people might be like, well, dude, it's just social media. It's not that big of a deal. And yes, that is true. But I think you guys kind of get what I'm saying. Maybe. So anyways, One Life Man says, I want to build something in my backyard, maybe a chicken coop. I don't have friends anymore. I want something to get busy. Hell yeah, dude, that sounds like a good idea. If you have the space for it, I would. I mean, I have the space for it here, or we have the space for it, but my girl and her sister definitely don't want chickens right now. Plus, we have two dogs, or they have two dogs. Well, her sister has two dogs, and they'll be fine. But dude, I think a chicken coop would be pretty awesome. You know, get to plan it out and design it kind of, and figure out what you're gonna do, and yeah, or even just start a garden, or I don't know, do some landscaping. That's always a good thing. David Hook says, you love Jesus Christ. You going to heaven? I don't know if I'm going to heaven. And I do believe in the creator of whatever is going on here. Well, that was kind of a rude way to say it, but I like to call myself spiritual, and something's been watching over me. So anyways, much love to David Hook, though. One Life says, the more we get older, we lose friends. I guess we just busy about family. Yeah, I mean, that's just, it happens sometimes. Sometimes it's not always like our fault. Sometimes, yeah, people start you know, having children, that's an amazing thing. That's a beautiful thing. And yeah, you get more busy. It's not like the same, especially like when we start getting into relationships. But I think also too, I feel like that, um, like my girlfriend, for instance, you know, all of her friends are getting married and, you know, whatever. And so now they don't hang out as much. And to me, it's like, you know, if you really want to keep in touch with somebody, you will, even if they're not hanging out with you all the time. I mean, at least hitting them up, you know, hitting each other up, like texting each other, like, "Hey, how you doing today, man? You know, just hope you're doing well. Whatever, we should get together." You know, but some people just, yeah, I guess people just fall off. You know, I don't know. It's tricky situation, but you know, we just gotta just, I don't know, put more effort. I don't know. It's tricky. We got Matthew in the house. Says, "My man, great seeing you. It's been a while. It's been a minute. Always awesome seeing you and hearing your vibes." Dude, Matthew, man, appreciate you, dude. It's funny that you mentioned because you know, even when we were still doing live streams, which man, it's been at least 2 months already uh, since I've done a live stream. You know, I haven't seen you, man. Yeah, and you know, I was been thinking about you. You know, then, and I was like, dude, what's going on? Um, but no, man, it's good to be here. It's been quite some time since I've done a live stream, so right now I feel like kind of not awkward because I'm still sitting here running my mouth and talking, but it just feels like, you know, it's just finding that flow again. You know, that flow, and not that we're trying to be a certain way, but just, you get what I mean. It's like it's just a little different. You know, I haven't done one in a long time, so. But Matthew, good to see you here, man, and hopefully you've been doing well, and all is good out there, and hopefully, um, you know, you'll be around, and just get back into the routine of things around here a little bit. So, Grant says, "Hey man, sorry, got to go to mow a little, or going to mow a little. Good seeing you, Grant. Much love to you, man." Yeah, I was just gonna say too, it's 12:47 here my time. It's crazy. We've actually been here for 83 minutes. Um, Not the biggest live stream we've had, but it doesn't matter because I know the people that are here right now, those of you that are here right now, um, you guys are my real ones, and it's really good um, to have, you know, just basically caught up with everybody that's been here and talk a little bit. Tomorrow's the start of my work week. The next time we do a live stream, I'm going to be at the new place because I'm moving. The move-in date is Sunday, the 29th. So next time we see each other, you know, as long as we make it to see the day, I'll be at the new place, and hopefully we'll have a saw or two to work on because I do need to get a saw built and running so I can work on that lady's tree, and yeah, you know, we just got to keep pushing. But I'm gonna get going now too because I have to clean up the kitchen. I just have some dishes to do. Um, my girlfriend's sister is gonna be here around like 1:15, and I just want to have the house kind of cleaned up a little bit, at least the kitchen, you know. So um, it's not really fair for her to have to come home to a. It's not destroyed, but you know she's working all day, and I'm just sitting here. Plus something to do. But I'm gonna get going too. But hopefully the next time we'll see each other, we'll be doing good. Some saws, and just much love to everybody that was here today, and for everybody that has reached out these last couple months, wondering where the heck I've been, and you know when I'm coming back and whatnot. So I really appreciate all you guys for doing that. And yeah, until next time. So peace. Also, too, I just realized this is the first time I think I've done a live stream with no freaking hat. It's a rare sighting. So, anyways, later, guys.